welcome back to Sugar,
Spice,
and everything nerdy.
and today we're talking about Disney! We have a guest with us today.
Hey.
Oh, never mind.
Grace returns.
Yes!
Grace is back to talk about Disney.
Yeah.
Another one of my all-time favorite things.
100%,
So I can talk about it all day.
Absolutely. I think we all can, clearly. We've all dressed for the occasion. I'm Watkins, by the way, again.
Michelle.
And Natasha.
And also be sure to check out our previous cosplay episode, or I don't know if it's previous or after or when it's airing, but Grace is also in our cosplay episode. She got to do a double feature, as it were.
And plug real quick, that's Kittykatt Giggles.
Yes.
Cat spelled with a K and 2 T's.
Nice.
Link in the description.
All right, so since we're talking about Disney today, everyone's favorite. Do we have favorite movies, or is it like top 5, top 10?
Are we talking just
don't make me
Disney?
play it.
Are we doing just Disney, or are we talking their co-opted universe of
Star Wars, Marvel,
Star Wars,
Just-
everything.
just trying to pick
My
My
one
favorite
right.
Disney character from
Disney's
Spider-Man.
Truly though. Yeah, I
Right.
think we're starting to animated Disney
mine would be
today.
Black Panther.
Yes!
So we're gonna go with like Disney
But no.
classics, like
Yeah.
the one that's
Yeah,
the big one
classics.
released every
From
year.
like Walt Disney Studios.
Even just the animated, God, I can't pick just one.
No,
Even the
just- I
top
can't do
5,
that.
top 10 is hard.
What
to
about what
I'm bad
we've
at that game.
recently seen? Any new faves that are?
Moana?
Moana.
Oh my God, I've seen that so many times.
It's so
I love
good.
the music. I cry every time she goes over the barrier reef.
100%.
Oh my gosh, I
Wait.
feel that. I'm
When
just like,
she's
no.
after
I
she
cried
like
every
throws the stone away and she's talking to the ghost and she's like, I'm a girl who loves my island. Yes, you are.
I probably watched it the first time. I think I watched it at Captain Morgan's house.
Yes.
And I watched it there, and then I went home and watched it again because it was on
And let the tears
Netflix.
flow.
And then
Yeah.
my mom was like, "Oh, she like only saw part of it, so it was like, oh, I had to start over." So I probably watched like 5 times.
I love how just, it goes further in the diversity because we finally have an islander princess, and being part Filipino, I'm just like, thank you.
Finally.
yeah.
It only took us long enough. Well, I still think, we got screwed with Tiana because she was a beautiful black princess. We only got to see them as humans for like a fraction of the movie.
That's true. They were
Yeah.
not.
Right.
They were not.
At the same
Anyway,
time, it was kind of like
Disney.
Ariel only having a voice for a fraction of the movie.
That's true.
That's true.
But I was like, they
Or
made this big
Aurora
deal.
being awake for only part of the movie.
There you go.
100%. She's got
It's
what,
like-
18 lines in the whole
Something
movie.
like
I think that's why we were getting Maleficent movies,
Right?
Right.
which I'm okay with, but still.
18 minutes of screen time. Got it. That's what Aurora had. I
Yeah.
thought it was only like 18 spoken lines. Amazing.
Wow.
That's probably why
Fine.
she was the most bland, though. It's like, let's be
I
honest,
know.
that was Prince Philip's movie.
I know. She was robbed. Hashtag Aurora was robbed. She's actually my favorite princess because I like the aesthetic of the movie in
think she's
general.
Oh, the art is gorgeous.
Right, and the guy, what's the name? The artist who did like the stills for like the backdrops in that movie are stunning. And also, I like her style of dress is a little like sleek and different, and she has the best villain, 100%. I think Maleficent is probably
I do
the
love her.
baddest.
I like Dr. Facilier.
Yeah, he's good too.
Cruella DeVille, though.
Oh my god.
She wanted a coat made of puppies. That's like saying I want a
She-
baby skin coat.
Yeah,
mean,
she's
true.
she's definitely the evilest. So
Right.
I mean, anyone that wants to
reality.
skin puppies is
Right.
It's like just for vanity.
But like
Yes.
Maleficent was a villain just out of spite. I was like, Cruella, she was like, no, I want like furs and fashion, and like the evil queen was like, no, I want your beauty, and then Ursula was like, no, I want your voice, and Maleficent's like, oh, you didn't invite me to a party? Okay, I'm gonna ruin your whole life. Petty.
Well, I mean, not in her own movie.
That's
when they
true.
Did that.
That's true.
Because
Do
her
we count
wings
that?
were stolen, so she was tricked. She fell
That
in
hurt
love.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She fell in love. Then she got her wings literally ripped off.
Yes.
And totally betrayed, and then didn't get invited
man.
to a party.
Yeah, King Stefan was a
You're
dick
just like,
in that
yeah,
movie.
right? Like, I was like, girl, you should have burnt that whole place to the ground.
I was like, I do not blame her now for anything she does. I
Right.
was like, you have full rights.
Hashtag
Smash the
team
patriarchy,
bad
bitch.
I was
guy.
kind of mad that she didn't become the dragon in that one, though.
Oh,
it's like
I know.
she turned her crow into the dragon. It was just like, wait, what?
Aw,
what?
Oh, I hate
all-time
playing the favorites
favorite?
game. I hate playing the favorites game.
Well, or something you're into right now.
Okay, so I just saw Toy Story 4.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Oh, you did.
I was
So
so
you recognize these guys.
Yeah.
I was so skeptical going into it though because I felt like it was done so beautifully as a trilogy.
Right.
Done so well. I'm like, what are they going to do next? And they did
Yeah.
not disappoint me. I sobbed
good.
harder at Toy Story 4 than I did at Toy Story 3, and that is
Oh
saying
God, that is
something.
saying something.
Yes.
I saw
Have you seen
like
it?
twice.
Not yet.
I
Not
ugly
yet.
cried.
Oh my God, no. Yes,
I haven't
it
seen
ruined
it.
me. It was so good. They did so well. It was. I'm such a fan.
That's
So that's
so
what's
good to
fresh on
know.
my mind right now.
Okay, so
Awesome.
that's got me excited.
I
Because
know.
I was skeptical too. I was just like, how
No,
are
it's
they going
done
to
so
top
beautifully.
that?
It's done so well.
Well, they're
I'm
doing a
very
bunch
much
of these
fan.
like reboots, and so Toy Story is actually like a sequel, so it's not just a redoing
Right.
of Toy
Yeah.
Story. But has anybody seen like the new like Jungle Book or Aladdin or any of these?
I haven't seen Aladdin, but I was disappointed with Jungle Book
Okay.
because I love the animated and I love the
Yeah.
music. The
Yeah.
music in
Yeah.
the original one was just so good.
Do they
so
not have the music?
The only
They
thing I really
had-
loved was
they had a
Christopher
couple
Walken
of
singing "I Want to Be Like You."
that was funny.
That
That's
was
probably the
fun,
best part.
but I was also not a huge fan.
Yeah,
of the movie.
like how the original music in that is like I remember as a kid just always dancing to "I Want to Be Like You," so it's like not having the
With
music
Baloo
from
coming
that
in
one.
and all that.
I did like Beauty and the Beast though.
Beauty and the Beast was beautifully done. I think aesthetically it was just like gorgeous. Like I think they really captured like the opulence of France and things like that, and like that time period,
time
which
period
you
was
couldn't
right.
really do in animation. Like they do obviously the movie is stunning, the original one, but like the gilded like walls and wallpaper and the statues and stuff and the costumes.
It's
I
kind
was
of bad
like,
though
I get it.
when your Gaston steals the entire show.
100%.
Oh yes, I mean.
Yeah.
And Josh Gad as LeFou was. They were the best part
They
of the
were
entire
so
movie.
good.
They were
Great.
though. Like I don't know.
And I kind of
like,
felt bad because they're so
love-
like classically trained, like theater people. You know,
know,
and
yeah.
then
And then you get
Emma
next to them. And I'm
Watson,
like,
it's
she
like-
wasn't bad, but it was just like they were so good.
Yeah, they were
It was
really
like-
good. I love how they
she
played
was
on their
I
like
wanted that Disney
relationship a little bit
princess
more.
voice.
It was just like, no, I don't. Wait, no, I'm not.
Right.
There are a lot of these things I
Like,
feel like they
it's
try
okay.
too
It was
hard
beautiful.
to fix.
I was a big fan.
Yeah.
I liked it.
No,
I feel like there's too many things they try too hard to fix that don't need fixing.
Like what?
Well, like how they tried giving the whole backstory about her mom. It's like, okay, but was that really relevant?
that's
Did
That
we
felt
need
kind
it?
of fillery.
yeah.
Yeah.
it was.
Or
I can see that.
yeah.
She had the plague and she died. Like, yeah, we know.
Right.
we know.
I
she
kind of,
died.
I kind of
okay,
felt that way
too.
about Ralph Breaks the Internet. I just watched it,
really?
and
I love
it was
That sounds
cute.
great.
But I felt like the
did like
world
the
that
first
they build was really cool. And they had all these really clever ideas about like the internet and like the dark web and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have a story to fill it. I feel like they came up with the idea
Oh,
of the
right.
like the extra universe stuff, and they were like, well, what are we gonna put in it? Oh, here's the plot. They're both shitty friends, and they just like put it in there. And I was like, okay, all right, we're just gonna roll with that then. But it was still very cute and awesomely done. But I
Yeah,
kind
very
of
good.
feel the same way about.
I guess just because I really loved the first one so
It was
much.
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah, I did like the first
And
one.
yeah,
I think
I mean
it's
it was
so
good. I did
classic.
love it. I did like Ralph Breaks the Internet though.
Yeah, it was cute. I will say the princess stuff was. Ooh, what about old Disney princesses versus new
What do you consider
Disney
new?
princesses? Are we starting at?
There's like 3 phases of the princess. There's like the original ones with Snow White and Cinderella
Well, you
and
have
Aurora.
like the golden
You got-
silver age,
Yeah,
and then you
yeah.
have the Renaissance.
You got the Renaissance with Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, and then
Pocahontas,
if you really want to
Mulan.
count Pocahontas
Right,
and
so that's what I'm
Mulan.
saying. What do you consider new?
Right.
Right.
Like 90s
What are
is
we
definitely not
count?
new
What
at
are we
this
counting
point.
princess?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's be
Well,
honest.
I
it's
say
like-
no. Wait. I say if we're gonna play that game, it's got to be the coronated ones who have been like had the ceremony and everything
Right.
at Disney
Okay,
World.
okay.
Those princesses.
The ones that are in the
To help
princess
eliminate
line.
it.
Yeah.
Well, who
Okay.
is
To help
in the
narrow it
princess
down.
Because
line?
technically,
Who
it's
is
like
it?
Nala's
It's,
a princess, but
it's
she's
Snow
never
White.
done
It's Cinderella.
Uh-huh.
It's Aurora. It's Ariel. It's
Belle.
Belle, Jasmine.
it. Pocahontas and Mulan are in the line.
Yep, Pocahontas, Mulan.
Tiana.
Well,
Tinkerbell's not.
Moana, technically, she's not a princess, but she's like a.
Moana is.
She
She's
is?
officially coronated.
Okay.
Moana.
I didn't know
Merida.
because she was like the chief of her like island, so I didn't know if that counts as like.
Merida's officially coronated.
But then, see if we're gonna do that, because then you got to include some of my favorites, underrated, like Kita from Atlantis.
Not
Oh,
officially
yes.
coronated though.
I
but if
do
we're gonna
like-
pick from the officially coronated, though,
Right,
That's,
so-
that's unfortunate, but it's.
Right.
if
See,
you're
now
gonna help narrow
here's
it
what
down.
bothers me. It's like they don't count Kita, and it's easy to say, well, that wasn't a musical. Well, neither was Brave.
Right.
And Brave was Pixar.
But she was a princess in the movie. She didn't like become.
Both of them
They
were.
didn't
Yeah,
like
they
show
were.
the coronation of like after her father passed away, but like she would have naturally picked up the
Yeah.
the crown or whatever
she
after.
became the queen, basically.
Right.
It's like people like to talk about Elsa as
So
the
then,
queen.
yeah,
It's
would
like, well,
she be just
Gina.
skip the princess in general and become a queen with Elsa?
Right.
Like,
No, but it's like there's like the official lineup, like the ones who have had the big ceremony at Disney World. Like
oh,
Tiana.
in the parks. I understand. I understand.
Yeah. They
Oh,
have
like
like
a
a huge ordeal. Like it's like a
Yeah.
big deal. They come in on like horses and stuff. It's really amazing.
Gotcha. Well, I like them all for different reasons. I think some of the older ones have been shafted because they're beautiful and they're classic, but they don't have really prominent personalities. Because
Hashtag Cinderella's amazing. I love Cinderella
Yes.
so much.
Cinderella was one of my favorites, honestly, and I think a lot of it has to do with the way values have evolved over time. Because
100%.
back then, it's like they were really feminine, and it's not to say that they weren't strong,
Right.
but they had traits like kindness and optimism that are kind of overlooked today. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I think Cinderella, what I love about her is she was always kind, was always gentle, never had to become like rough or mean or anything. And
Right.
it was like, I'm a sweet person, and it takes a lot of courage to be a sweet person in a cruel world. So,
And at the same time, it's not like she never complained. You know, there was a time where she was just like, oh, now what do they want? It's like she was tired of it, and she
Right.
just wanted a night off to
Did we like the
do something
Cinderella
for
remake?
herself.
I loved the Cinderella remake.
I thought it was beautiful.
I liked
I
it.
liked it a lot. I liked the dress.
Yeah.
The costumes, though, were my favorite.
Also,
I
part
loved
of
the
that.
blue
Putting
dress.
Rob Stark as a Disney prince will probably get me to watch anything. So that's always good. How have Disney characters evolved based on modern societal ideas? Well, I think you kind of touched on that. Like,
Yeah.
I think they got to that in the 90s with Jasmine. It'd be like, what did she say? Her famous line, I'm not a prize to be won.
Exactly.
And
They,
things like that.
They're tired
And
of
the whole,
living
like,
in
yeah,
control
she's
of
probably
other
my
people.
favorite.
Jasmine?
Jasmine and Mulan are probably my favorite because I was
Yeah.
never like into princessy stuff.
Yeah.
Growing
Are you
up.
picking
I
favorite
act
princesses now?
like
I have my
I
favorites.
literally probably saw like Cinderella like 2 or 3 years ago.
Right.
Like I just never was into them at first.
But can we talk
But like
about?
we doing
yeah,
favorites?
I like
Oh,
that.
yeah. I mean,
But can we talk about how Ariel was like the first really flawed Disney princess? She was absent-minded. She was
That's true.
impulsive. She
definitely a
she
brat.
made her own.
She was
decisions.
definitely a brat.
She was 16. It was realistic.
She was like,
I love him!
I have all these things, but I have all these things, but it's not enough.
Right.
I mean, you could say the same thing about Belle. It's just
Right.
like, is your life really that hard, Belle?
Truly.
But she just wanted to.
It's
She
so
just
hard
wanted to
being
go.
beautiful.
Right. I hate being intelligent and beautiful.
And the only one in this
right.
village that can read. And she throws so much shade at the baker.
It's just like I worked
Disabled
hard
bread
on this
rolls
bread,
back.
Belle.
It's like,
Belle.
wow. I love that meme. It's just like,
so
thanks,
good.
Belle. Like, wow.
But we haven't talked about Tangled at all, which is kind of in that same realm of those newer princesses. It's all, I think, one of my favorites, but that's because I have a complex with cute blonde women who are outspoken.
I like it, but I'm not as crazy about it as the rest of the internet is. Does that make sense?
That's okay.
I don't know. It just I thought I really liked it a lot. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but there are easily ones that I like way more.
It's really cute all
She
around. I really
surprised
love
me.
the.
I really liked her
yeah.
as Rapunzel.
I know they did good.
Her-
And who
her
played
quirkiness of voice.
Flynn? Zachary.
Zachary Levi.
Zachary Levi. I got him to sign my Tangled
No.
Blu-ray, actually, yeah,
Love
because he was
He's
at
coming to
Dragon
DragonCon
Con a
this
couple
year.
years ago.
By the
Yeah, he's
way,
coming
yeah.
back.
Amazing.
Love
I know. I
him.
think I
He's
really
so
love that
sweet.
because her relationship with Mother Gothel too is
Terrifying. Maybe that's why I don't like it. It was so triggering. Like, I just did not
Yeah.
like it at
Like, there
all.
were
Like,
so many
it
things
was so
that was just kind of
upsetting.
like, oh, really?
Right, but yeah, I think it's very like representative of a lot of I think a human struggle of like
That's
I don't
fair.
get along with my parents and I want to get out, but also am I obligated because they're family, which I think is
Right.
something that a lot of people.
Yeah, even
yeah,
up to the
versus
very
mom.
end, she still saw her as kind of a mother figure and
100%.
and like felt bad when she, was defeated.
Yeah.
Like,
Can we talk about a good mother-daughter relationship finally, though, in
Ooh.
Disney with Brave?
Yes,
Like,
I was
that
is there
made me
one?
so happy because it's like the mom's alive and it's like this really, but it wasn't just like perfect all the time. Like they had
Right.
problems, but it was a beautiful mother-daughter relationship, and it made me so happy.
That's like what were they
seeing
the
that.
only
each other.
ones that they have
Yeah.
both parents? I think you can probably count on like two hands. when
Okay,
a
see if I got
Disney
this.
has both their
We got
Right.
Merida.
Her
There's
kids.
Aurora. There's. Oh wait, are we
Aurora.
doing princesses or?
I mean, I guess princesses is a better way than all of them.
There's Merida. There's Aurora. There's I got this. Moana.
Moana.
Does Tiana count? She has them both in the beginning, but I guess not.
No, that doesn't count.
she loses her dad.
Right, that's like the catalyst for the whole movie. Everybody's got to lose a parent.
yeah.
Disney, Walt, we get it. We get it that you have a complex about your mom. But
Yes.
like, maybe you should let some
Maybe
people
we-
live.
No, he can't get over it.
He can't.
He'll never rest.
Sorry, fun fact. If you don't know what that is, look up Walt's history with his guilt about his mother's death.
He was such a good storyteller.
Right.
Like, that was his whole thing.
Love it, love it, love it, love it,
Storyteller.
I know.
It's like, that's what it really comes down to.
Talk about that's what he gave a whole generation. Like we wouldn't have animated movies at all if it wasn't for his love for storytelling.
I mean, not at the level that he did, because
Right.
he was always pushing innovations, which is
Right.
what I
He
loved
He was
about
told
it.
that a full-length animated movie, no one would ever watch it.
right.
And like, no one would ever watch
There
that.
were rumors that people were going to go insane just because of sitting for an hour watching all these colors flashing, and it's just like,
so funny.
That explains a
that's
lot.
so weird.
But he's also like led the. I mean, in animatronics, in a lot of our like
I mean,
early
all
stuff.
the
Just a
park
visionary.
stuff is
100%. Oh, so cool. Is there anything new coming up in Disney that we're excited for that hasn't dropped yet? Like Frozen 2?
Stoked.
It looks
I like
so
Frozen a
hardcore.
little bit,
Yeah.
so.
You know, when they first announced it, I was just like, do they really need it? But seeing these trailers, I'm like, oh.
I'm so intrigued.
I know, I'm down.
It looks so cool.
I trust them. I trust that
do.
it's gonna be a good
Yeah.
time.
Hashtag gay Elsa forever. 100%. Like if they throw in a male love interest for her.
At least can I get an asexual Elsa?
Right.
Like,
That would
really
make
wow.
sense too.
I was like,
That
if anything,
asexual
that's what she
princesses
seems
would
so
be cool,
far.
too.
100%.
Which I'm cool with. We need asexual representation. Make it happen.
Yes. Come on.
You could say the same thing about Moana,
Yeah.
because she didn't have a love
She's
interest
also
at
a
all.
child.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true.
I mean, they all kind of
Well,
were.
they are.
But I think this is a more
How
realistic
many
look
were
at it.
teenagers?
Like, child.
All of them were
Teenagers.
teenagers or preteens.
Yeah.
The youngest one is like Snow White. She's 14.
Yeah.
The oldest one
I
is
thought Ariel was the young. I thought she.
No, she's
Snow White's
16.
14. The oldest is it depends if you count Elsa or not. Elsa's
Right.
21, but then
Is it
Cinderella's
Belle?
19.
Oh, okay.
Cinderella's like the
Nice.
oldest one until Elsa.
Huh.
But final thoughts on Disney and how much we love it. Anybody want to say anything that we didn't talk about real quick?
More original stories, please. Enough with the sequels and the.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
I'm not
representation.
crazy about the all the live
remakes.
actions.
Yeah.
Or we
think-
can have more animated movies that are original. I
Right.
would be
Give us more stuff like Wreck-It
cool with
Ralph.
that.
Or if you're gonna do live action, do the ones that like are underrated, like Atlantis.
Like Atlantis.
Or Emperor's New Groove. That's what
Ooh.
I ain't mad at it. I think it's cool. I'm like,
Treasure Planet!
sweet.
I'm sorry.
No, my thing is, why can't we have both?
Yes, and.
That's true.
Wait, you said
You don't
that.
have to pick one or the other.
That's
so.
true.
100% Treasure Planet. And once again, I'm just gonna end with hashtag Aurora was robbed. She's my fave. We didn't talk about Tinkerbell at all, but it's okay. I love you too.
That's upsetting.
It is very upsetting. We'll do a whole episode on her, I swear.
I feel like we could do a whole one
I could
on
join
just
a whole
Peter
episode
Pan.
on Tinkerbell. I can get on
Oh,
board with
we'll do
that.
like vintage Disney. We'll do like non-princess vintage Disney at some point. All right. Well, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Watkins.
And Michelle.
I'm Natasha.
I'm
Thank
Grace.
you, Grace.
Thank you for coming
And be sure to subscribe.
And like.
and comment.
Bye.